So, the mainstream media continues their attack on YouTube and opens a new front in their war against the platform to prove that the 6 billion hours of content watched monthly is in fact largely racist, violent, sexist, terrorist-supporting bigoted content, when in fact 3 billion hours of those 6 billion probably go to cat videos and makeup tutorials. The first attack came against PewDiePie, YouTube's largest content creator, but this was a humiliating rebuttal for the mainstream media in the end. There was some backlash in that the Pewds lost his deal with Disney Maker Studios, but the Wall Street Journal and the hacks behind it, their reputation, I'm looking at you, Ben Fritz, severely damaged, and the Pewds is still laughing away with his some 55 million subscribers, much larger than the reach the Wall Street Journal could ever achieve. But here it is, the new front they're opening. They couldn't convince you that YouTube was full of Nazism. Now they will try to convince you that YouTube is full of terrorist content. Enter JOERG SPRAVE, I really apologise if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, mate, an ethnic German inventor, craftsman and hobbyist who plinks around with airsoft toys and rubber band slingshots. JOERG uploaded a video 6 months ago demonstrating how a civilian stab vest was not stab-proof. He bought a stab vest himself legally and he actually made his own knife, a push knife, and he pushed it through, demonstrating that the steel plate wasn't stab-proof. The Daily Mail, even though this was half a year ago, are pinning this video as jihadi training, despite the fact JOERG does not show how to stab a person, or what weapons to use, or how to create them in any way. The screenshot that they've actually used here, I'm just going to quickly pull this up, excuse me. They call it sickening footage, and they say that he's demonstrating how and where to use the knife on someone wearing body armor. He doesn't do this in any way. You don't gain that education at all. It's unbelievable. The disingenuous hacks, the pair of hacks at the Daily Mail are trying to push more money away from YouTube so they can have that for themselves. Less people watching YouTube, more people looking at what the shit they're spewing. The headline slams the moderate at best Google ad revenue that JOERG makes as Google blood money. How hilarious. And I actually find it quite disrespectful to the loss of PC Palmer, who was also an honourable ex-serviceman, because they're pretty much saying that this man is teaching people how to stab and kill police officers, when that's not what he's doing at all. If they did the 20 seconds really of research that I did, just going onto JOERG's channel and actually having a look at what he's saying, the vest that JOERG stabs through makes use of a thin aluminium plate. A very, very thin one, possibly not even aluminium, just some sort of soft metal, and police stab vests use polycarbonate. So definitively, watching a man push a piece of metal through a thin sheet of softer metal is not teaching anybody how to stab a cop wearing a polycarbonate vest at all, in any way. Just, it's absolutely ridiculous. But of course, now that they've got this false equivalency down, that JOERG is creating pro-terrorist content, they actually accuse Google of dishonesty, saying that Google had promised to take down videos like this, but haven't. I think you'll find the reason that the video wasn't taken down on the grounds of it supporting terrorism is because it doesn't support terrorism, you cucks. But they feel the need to fire as many shots as possible to completely eviscerate and delegitimise YouTube, taking statements from a Labour MP and the Home Secretary for this article about a fat, bold German man pushing a homemade knife through a layer of metal. Just unbelievable. And this is genuinely worrying for those actually interested in freedom of speech and expression, because the Home Secretary speaks of, and this is crazy, an international corporate forum. A group of multinational corporations working together to prevent people, quote, making money off vile hatred. Well, that doesn't sound like it could go wrong at all. But if JOERG had actually demonstrated that the stab vest was not viable, why are you criticising him? That's critical information that would have led to the deployment of stab vests actually that could withstand a stab. And then PC Palmer's family wouldn't have to be visiting a grave, would they? Think about that. I just can't believe this. And that's really what drove me to say something about it, because usually I'll wait a day or even less than that and just get Sargon's way in. But this time, it just feels like things are getting progressively crazier and crazier, and I just have to say something. This attack, this new front, Look at what mainstream media are doing to our dearly beloved platform. Just as the entertainers you enjoy lost ad revenue, sometimes 90%, over the whole PewDiePie uproar, weapons and military history channels are going to be struck by this too. I appreciate that's not a corner of this community that may affect you, but if you look at what they're doing, they're going after sort of representatives, of figureheads of every single section of the YouTube community to try and delegitimize the entire thing. That they wait until one of those representatives, a big person in a YouTube community, commits a wrong think. They publish a hit piece on them full of lies and misrepresentation, and then laugh as that section of the YouTube community, that group of creators, loses money. This will backfire on them, but we do need you, because you are most likely the intelligent minority that's outspoken by idiots, essentially. We're all shouted down by idiots. We cannot allow mainstream media to attack this platform that we love and enjoy daily. It's a platform that has enjoyed and encouraged the sharing of ideas and thought through video and audio without corporate and political interference for over a decade now. Do you really want to return to the days of reading the newspaper and mindlessly absorbing every lie you're fed?